This is a secret that I'm about to share with you. I actually had to admit to my mom before recording this, so she just doesn't get a shock when she sees this video. Oh my God! Before I became the entrepreneur that you know today, life threw the hardest challenges at me. You probably think I was born rich, but I was actually in such a low point in my life where I had to sleep 7 days in a car. Let me start way earlier so you understand how this led to it. I am a Moroccan, born and raised in Germany. Right now I'm 28 years old, but back then in school it wasn't easy. While others just naturally knew math and would just pass any exam, I had to really put myself in my room for 2 weeks, close the door with my American cookies from Aldi for 59 cents and learn. I was not smart. I would always say I was disciplined and still am. My mom knew that I am not like the God-given smart girl, but I am so determined. So this was my superpower, to be very honest. And I was always very proud of this. My parents, in the age of 17, allowed me to move out, unmarried. In our culture, this is like an unthinkable no-go. And I got mobbed for that from my whole family. People from Morocco called my mom and my dad and telling them that they don't want me to be part of the family anymore and that I should stop using our last name because I was ashamed for the family because I moved out unmarried and just tried to become something bigger than anyone else. My parents have been punished for giving me the freedom that I always just wanted to have. So thank you, mom and dad. This is like my number one rule if younger people are watching right now. If you want to do something crazy, be a very, very good girl. Show that you are worth of their trust and always listen to what they say, because with trust, you can get everything from your parents. So what happened was that 17, you just get a car. Every one of my girlfriends, I remember, they all received like a BMW, an Audi, a Mercedes. My family was like, you need to buy yourself a car. And I didn't work, like I used to work in a cafe and just try to scratch everything together. But the only money that I had was sufficient for what? A smart. This is where the actual story begins. So just imagine my studies was like this. 3 months I study, do all the exams, then again 3 month work, 3 month study, 3 month work, which made it super hard because in Munich the rents are horrendously high. Expensive as hell. It was back then already the case. So you could only get like a cheaper apartment if you would be able to rent it for a year. But since I was not there for a year, I had really big troubles always finding a home. Actually, it was back in 2018, end of the first year of university. I didn't get my raise yet and Bosch had no idea what's going on with me. This is the biggest secret actually. It was time to pack my life into my small square car and move back again to Munich. And this time it was different because as a young girl, I couldn't afford rent and I didn't find a place to live back then. And so the only option is So what did I do? I spent basically 7 days in my car and I slept in my car with all of my things next to me. And it's even crazier where I did this because I slept basically in the garage of the company where I was working. So I was the last one leaving the office. I was the first one coming into the office because I used to take a shower in the bathroom of the office. And I remember back then, me as a girl, my biggest fear was that somebody sees me in this misery. I just felt stupid, you know? Like I could have also just asked for help. But I believe that back then your ego is so big because you need to show everyone that you're gonna make it and you're gonna be big, and something that you don't allow yourself this weakness. I hit bottom rock at this point. But as you can see, I turned my life 180 degrees and here I am today telling you all the lessons that I learned on that way. Lesson number 1. When you're in that stage in life, the worst thing that you could do is feel embarrassed or ashamed. Ask for help. Be able to receive. I probably should have just asked one of my colleagues and they would have gladly invited me over. Lesson number 2, always in these moments, understand what the motivators are. Why you are where you are, what you did wrong, where you want to be. By the way, this is why you see so many videos on my channel for my home, because I'm so proud, because this lesson taught me that when I was in that car, I promised myself that I would never ever sleep in any car again, and that I will be having one of the best and most beautiful and warmest homes ever. And I'd say like mission accomplished at this point. I love our home. Another lesson, never forget where you come from. Understand that this situation had to happen in order for you to reach for the stars. Because if you are cozy and comfortable in your life, you're not gonna change anything. I just understood that I am my biggest asset and that I can only change my environment, nothing else. To everyone that is watching and is in rough times, please just remember this. After every low comes a high. Within the last years, I built 5 businesses, wrote 2 books, married the man of my dream, and today I am more than obsessed with my life. And now, for my big surprise. If you want to hear my full story and how I achieved my dream and take notes so you can do it yourself too, I invite you to my free online workshop on January 5th. Ta-da! I will show you within 60 to 90 minutes how I created my personal dream lives and how you can create yours too. The workshop is limited to only 5,000 tickets and some of them are already gone. So secure your ticket now by clicking in the link in the description box and learn how you can create and live the life of your dreams. One last thing, to everyone that is watching it, struggling right now and being in a low phase, you should embrace this low because it's gonna shape you to who you're gonna become. So stay strong and I will see you in my workshop.